Welcome to Quantumly Kinky with Veda, where we talk about sex, Chinese medicine, and character development for the multidimensional you. Episode 31, The Weekly Spark, Making Your Partner's Turn On a Ritual. Welcome back to Quantumly Kinky. I am your host, Dr. Veda, and you are tuned in to your weekly sexy sermon where we explore the science and spirit of eros, energy, and expansion. Today, I want to get really honest with you about something I see over and over again in long-term relationships. The quiet killer of desire isn't conflict. It's complacency. And it's not that couples stop loving each other, but it's that they stop attuning. They stop being curious. And they stop asking, what actually turns you on right now? And listen, I get it. Life gets busy. Work, kids, bills, routines, and comfort creeps in. Comfort feels safe. But in the erotic dimension, comfort without curiosity eventually turns into numbness. So today I'm going to be talking about an antidote to this, something that I call the weekly spark. And it's all about a ritual of intentionally tuning into your partner's erotic frequency every single week. Not just when there's trouble, not just on anniversaries, but as a steady devotional practice to one another. So first, let's get into the problem with complacency. And let's break down why this matters. In the beginning of a relationship, desire feels effortless. You're discovering each other. Everything is novel, and you're curious about every detail. That curiosity itself is what creates turn on. But fast forward a year, 5 years, 10 years, and novelty fades a bit. You know their habits, you know their body, their quirks, you know what they like in bed, or at least you think you do. And so you stop asking. This is where I see couples start to flatline sexually. And it's not because the love is gone. It's because the attunement is gone. Comfort without curiosity suffocates desire. And in Chinese medicine terms, when qi stops flowing, stagnation sets in. Think of a river that stops moving. Eventually, it grows stale, full of weeds. Relationships are no different. Desire needs movement. So then there's this concept of self first, then other. And I know you've heard me use this phrase before. I call it small s selfish. And what I mean is it's this kind of selfishness that's actually a gift. It's the refusal to abandon your own vitality. It's the commitment to tending to your own body, your own pleasure, and your own expansion first. Because let's be real, if you're depleted, resentful, and disconnected from your own erotic energy, you will not be able to show up for your partner with generosity. You'll give from obligation, not from overflow. So step one is always charge yourself first. Do those practices that light you up, babe. Whether that's acupuncture, breath work, dance, erotic self-play, meditation, you fill in the gap. Whatever it takes to get your chi circulating and your body turned on to life itself, that's the work here. That's step one. But here's where so many couples stop. They say, hey, I'm working on myself. I'm tending to my own energy. And this is amazing. But then they never bridge the gap back toward their partner. Healthy, erotic reciprocity looks like this. Me first, then you, then us. I fill myself first, I check in with you next, and then together we create our circuit of desire. And weekly matters. Here's why. Why every week? Well, because desire isn't static, it's seasonal. Desire shifts with hormones, with stress levels, with the cycles of nature. Desire moves. So in Eastern medicine, we recognize that the body is always moving through constant change. Yin and yang wax and wane. Qi flows differently at different times of day, and even the seasons pull us towards different appetites. And babe, your partner's turn on is no different. Maybe this week he needs softness, yin energy, deep cuddling and slower touch. Next week, she may crave heat, yang energy, playful roughness or risk. If you don't check in weekly, you will keep operating on last month's data. You'll keep assuming, oh, my partner likes X, without realizing that their body and spirit are craving something entirely different right now. Think of it like acupuncture. You wouldn't give the same treatment plan every week, week after week, without rechecking the pulse, rechecking the vitals, and without feeling where the chi is today. Erotic connection needs the exact same ongoing diagnostic process. And then we have these signs of complacency. How do you know if complacency has started creeping into your relationship? Well, here are some examples. Let's say your sex feels predictable, almost like it's choreographed. Or you and your partner avoid asking for what you want because it feels too vulnerable or too late to change things now. Maybe you've stopped flirting with each other. You've stopped initiating small acts of erotic play outside the bedroom. Maybe you don't remember the last time you asked your partner, what turns you on right now? And this isn't failure, okay? It's just simply stagnation. But here's the truth. Stagnation is reversible, and desire can always be reawakened. Let's take a deep breath together. So here's your Dr. Veda erotic prescription for the week. This is a practice that you can take straight into your relationship. First, I want you to set the container. Choose a day and time every week. Maybe it's Sunday morning coffee. Maybe it's Friday night after work. But consistency matters here. Phones off, distractions gone. Number 2, ask the question. I want you to take turns asking each other, what is one thing that would turn you on this week? Physically, emotionally, spiritually. And this can be anything. Maybe it's massage my feet after a long day. Or, hey, this week I want you to speak to me in a more dominant tone. Even something like send me a flirty text during work. So ask the question. And number 3, listen and receive. Don't argue. Don't defend. Don't overthink. Just receive your partner's answer as sacred, erotic data. And number 4, I want you to commit to the embodiment. Say out loud, I can do that for you this week. Then follow through. Desire dies, not because of lack of intention, but because of lack of action. So commit, then follow through. And last but not least, seal it somatically. This part is really crucial. I want you to place your right hand on your partner's heart and your left hand on your own lower belly at Ren 6, the Sea of Chi. This is just below your belly button, and it's the root of your sexual vitality. Then I want you to breathe 3 slow breaths together. Feel the exchange of energy circulate through both of your bodies. So every week, babe, I want you to practice this weekly spark. Set the container, ask the question, listen and receive, commit to embodiment, and seal it somatically. And some bonus options to add some kink. Maybe you want to blindfold your partner when asking the question. Maybe you want to add some ritual. Light a candle before, blow it out after, symbolizing the spark that you've created for that week. When couples commit to this weekly spark, something magical happens. Your relationship stops running on autopilot. Curiosity comes back. Playfulness returns. You remember that desire is not always about big, grand gestures, but it's about these micro attunements, the subtle recalibrations, the small weekly acts of devotion. So this is my invitation to you. This week, take 20 minutes, that's all, and ask each other the question. Breathe together. Commit. Turn on isn't something that you fall into once and then just coast. It's something you practice. And when you practice together, when you keep that erotic current alive, you don't just keep the spark, you build a fire, and that fire can last a lifetime. Because love without desire is comfort, but love with desire, that's sexy alchemy. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Quantumly Kinky with Veda. Stay turned on. Till next time.